Welcome to the show where the real ones ride. From the Browns to the block, we bring that pride. No cap, no spin, just talk that hits. From downtown lights to the Lake Erie grid. Yeah. Steam rises high off the Cuyahoga flame. In the city of work, we don't play no games. Yeah. Skyline whispers stories of hustle and grind. Cleveland's heartbeat never falls behind. It's 216, where the voices collide. Holding it down like a tide won't subside. No fluff, just fire. This truth takes flight. Let's get to the facts, yeah, starting tonight.
Welcome to Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Doss. I am here with my man, AG. Coach Shot couldn't join us today, but AG is no stranger to the show, so he has decided to join us as well. What's up, AG?
How you doing, baby? We doing well here.
I'm good. It's been a long time since we had you on here. You know,
Yeah, I
we
know.
always had good conversations with you on here.
I try and keep it 100 because that's all I got.
Most definitely. This is our first show of the new year. Happy New Year to you, AG.
As to you.
All right, so look, man, we gonna just jump right into it because it's Black Monday. So we already know what Black Monday means. And that means it's not a good day for coaches. So the one coach that we gonna talk about that's important to us is Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski is done after 6 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. How you feel about this decision?
I think it's a long time waiting. I haven't been a fan of his for a while. Everyone knows how I feel about head coaches calling plays. I don't think that's structurally correct, and it just seems like he was losing the team, and it kind of showed yesterday also. But I'm happy for the decision. It's just that that's not the only decision that needs to be made here.
So what else you think needs to be made?
I totally believe that, it comes from the head. I think Haslam has put this city in a chokehold, and we're not going to be able to get out of it. And so Stefanski is a move. I'm not understanding how Barry is still here when he's able to cultivate a great defense, but the other side is like shooting, he's here, he's there, he's all over the place. And as far as Haslam, I don't think he wants to put his finger on the pulse here in Cleveland, kind of like Gilbert does, and this city will suffer.
So, okay. So, all right. First, Kevin Stefanski, I got a whole take on this. All right. So the first thing is there's a lot of pundits out here, and they're all saying that Kevin Stefanski is going to be a head coach in this cycle. And I'm really surprised and irritated by these comments, because when I sit back and I'm looking at everything, I'm like, how does a guy who had 6 years as a head coach, he had never had no head coaching experience, and he gets a head coaching job in Cleveland? You had 6 years, 6 seasons. You go 2 winning seasons, 4 losing seasons. Yes, you got coach of the year when you had Baker Mayfield. We ran him out of town, and you as the quarterback head coach, everybody said you was the quarterback whisperer. And you've been the quarterback ruiner. Like, you've had, in 6 seasons, you've had 13 quarterbacks. You ain't developed none of them. So a lot of people are sitting back and they're saying, oh, he's this and he's going to be a head coach. He's going to be great at his next location. And I'm like, How do y'all make that determination? Because he hasn't shown anything in Cleveland. Yeah, he was the head coach of the year 2 times. One, Baker Mayfield did that for you. That Baker Mayfield did that. The second one was basically based off of the defense. The defense carried the team that year. They choked in the playoffs, but we had 5 quarterbacks just that season alone. And yeah, Joe Flacco finished it and did his little thing with us and made some stuff go in the right direction. However, you're the quarterback whisperer and you haven't been able to develop none of the 13 quarterbacks you had. So you said something that was really interesting to me. You kind of feel that Andrew Berry should take some of this blame.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's my thing. Let's keep it 100 here. Andrew Berry is the GM. A GM is nothing more than a pro recruiter. It is up to the job. It's up to the coach to develop the talent that you have that I'm giving you. Now, I'm not going to say he's had some home run hitters all the time, but he hasn't produced a lot of bad players. Now, what I will tell you is when I'm watching these players on the field, what type of training are you doing as a coach? What are you doing as a coach to develop these players? Because I see your playbook. Your playbook doesn't get nobody open. Like, it doesn't get nobody open. We had Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper did some things, but that's because Amari Cooper is a talented receiver. You've had other receivers. You've had other people here. Nick Chubbs. And we had bad seasons with Nick Chubb. How does that happen? You see what I'm saying?
But, yeah, I got you on that. And, yes, the job of the coach is to cultivate his team that he's given. The issue I have is let's say the 3 of those guys are at the top. All 3 of them need to blame. Now, Kevin not developing these players, that's something else. And he needed the point to be a head coach where you have to give the responsibilities to call in plays to someone else. That's the way it is. There's a few that can do it. I'm going to stand on this one. But he could not. And once he could not, you got to be able to, as a man, to say, I need to redirect myself.
Exactly.
And now you can cultivate this. And we've seen it in, I'm going to throw in Ryan Day here. Ryan Day, when Sam was having trouble versus Miami, he couldn't pull him aside and say, hey, look, like my great coach used to do. Hey, look, when it's just the head coach and the quarterback talking, just mano a mano.
Right.
When you can't do that, you're going to lose the team because you're going to say something to them. It's not going to manifest up here because it's just, I'm saying this, now I got to get ready for the punt team.
Right.
And so what Kevin didn't do, he did not cultivate himself when he was struggling. And that, my friend, is where a lot of the problems happen. Now,
yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Now, the other thing about Barry is the players that Kevin was given. And I understand that Haslam put them into a chokehold with Watson and this, that, the other. But I don't understand how he's still here. And I want to give him another chance. But why is he still here?
You want to give who another chance?
Up? Barry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To find the offense that will manifest with this defense. How do you got a top 5 defense and a 32 offense?
Right. No, I get
that. Doesn't
I get that completely.
And that's what I needed Kevin to do. I needed him to step back. I know it's a power grab and this, that, the other, but you can still have that power grab by taking a step back. You take one step back, you get 2 steps forward.
Do you feel that he deserves a head coaching job in this cycle right now of head coaches being out with a
Um,
2-4 record?
do I no, but he will. It's the greatest fraternity on earth next to the LA Police Department. Coaching,
I'm
you
glad
will
you
end
said that.
up with another job somewhere. These guys are all friends. I don't fault him for that. So therefore, he's going to end up on somebody. He might end up at the Giants. He might. I don't think Tom Brady's going to bring him in.
He,
He might end
he
up at Arizona, but
he
he
can't
will
fit
get
New
somewhere.
York. He couldn't even
Right.
handle Cleveland media. So how
I
the hell,
know
like, you
that,
don't
but
like
he
him
will.
talk? So how you gonna talk to New York media and they're top tier?
We've seen it several times before that these cats keep getting jobs on top of jobs on top of
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah. I don't know, man. I sit back and I look at it and I'm like, I think you need to fall back, be an offensive coordinator, show people you capable of moving stuff again, and build yourself up. It's like this man had 13 quarterbacks and you ain't developed none of the quarterbacks, man. Like that to me is a major problem to me. And I don't
Right.
understand how any organization can look and say, we're gonna give this dude another shot at a head coaching position.
That ain't our call though.
It
That's this
isn't.
fraternity. That's the
Yeah.
fraternity. That's it. I don't know how
Well,
else to say it.
well, you know who ain't a part of those fraternities? Hugh Jackson, Antonio
Uh-oh.
Pierce, Brian
Mm-mm.
Flores. So I'm just putting it out there because
Yeah.
okay, so I said this on TikTok earlier today. If a black coach in the NFL had 6 seasons and only had 2 winning seasons, he wouldn't have never seen 6 seasons. He
No,
wouldn't have
not
never.
Harvard.
Antonio Pierce did a okay job in the Raiders, and he didn't keep his job.
Right.
So Kevin Stefanski wasted 13 quarterbacks, 6 seasons at the Cleveland Browns, or 4 seasons at the Cleveland Browns, 6. And they're talking about he getting another head coaching position in this cycle. I have a major problem with that. I have a major problem with that.
Yeah. And and let's say he goes somewhere and he takes that step back. Maybe he starts, at the end of the season, he wasn't calling plays. He takes that step back. The offense seemed like it wanted to do something. It just couldn't do something. Maybe he
Yeah.
does that at his next spot. And then he'll be in the Super Bowl in 2 years. And then we're going to be looking at each other like, damn, again.
Hey, I don't see it, man. All I know is that when I started hearing that, I got really frustrated and bothered by it. But then when I started listening to other people talking and stuff, I heard Stephen A. Smith call him out. I was really
Yep.
surprised by that. I heard Emmanuel Acho, who's been a big Kevin Stefanski supporter, call him out. I was just like, okay. So other people are kind of seeing it too. Like, yeah, 2-time coach of the year, but that's because you the head of the team and the team still fought because they wanted to do something. Wasn't really like you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You
Well,
had Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator. You got rid of him. We had what is it?
what,
What's the other dude? Van Pelt, Andy
yeah,
Van Pelt,
Van,
or
yeah,
whatever it was.
yeah, and yeah,
We had him. You got rid of him. So it's like because you want to be the man that calls all the plays.
yeah. You
That's
want that,
the
and that's the
thing to go.
power struggle. That's the
Right.
power struggle right there. And you could still be powerful as an NFL, or let me rephrase that. You could still be powerful as in the not for long league by
Mm-hmm.
taking a step back. And because that's what the NFL stands for. It means not for long for players, everybody, scouts, cheerleaders. It's not for long. You don't have a
Somebody,
time. Him getting 6
somebody
years.
said Somebody said if he gets another head coaching job this time, I'm going to lose my religion.
Oh, Lord have
And
mercy.
then somebody said none of his assistants stuck at all. So yeah,
Well,
that's true.
that's the other part too.
That's the
Like
other
if your
part.
assistants stay with you, yeah, that when they start jumping ship, then and this goes for all of us. When we see something ain't working and we're still at the head, we have to take a step back, and we can still be powerful, and we can still be a man by taking one step back
Exactly.
and leading still. And that's what
Yeah.
he didn't do. That's what he didn't do, and that's why he's out of the job. But maybe he'll go elsewhere. Who knows? Be an
Somebody said he
offensive,
was way
maybe
over his head. Yeah, I agree with that. He was definitely way over his head trying to do a head coaching and OC job. That's just
trying to
not in
do
the
all this.
pros. You ain't doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard. Some of them cats can do it. Like I said, some of them can do it. No, it's a lot of problems here in
So
Cleveland.
I got Confident Lady on YouTube says we have way too many holes in our offensive line. We already know this. Cam Robinson is the worst NFL offensive lineman in NFL history. He is the worst lineman, terrible, followed by number 72, Levinston. He was horrible. Number 2. Those dudes, the offensive line was ranked last in the NFL. Terrible. So yeah, and then we got another question saying, so who do we get to coach legendary? Who do we get to coach Shedeur Sanders?
Well, it's got to be somebody, not just that the team respects. The one-on-one part has got to be there, where Shedeur and Watson. Let's not forget about the anchor here that's going to be dragging us through the next 2 years.
Just
Watson.
next year. Just next year. He's only got one more, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was okay. One more. Well,
Okay.
him, right?
Yeah.
So the only name that I think could do it, where the team will get by it. All I can see is Gruden. That's for now. That's my preliminary.
Oh, hell no. Not John
I know
Gruden.
that's it. But that's it though.
No. Okay.
Who you got?
All
Who
right.
you
So
got?
I brought this. Somebody else was like, hell no. So here's who I would take. If we're going to do a veteran coach, I would probably take Mike McCarthy. That's just Mike McCarthy because he has the Super Bowl. He's able to develop talent. He has a system that can work. However, I'm not too thrown off with the Jim Schwartz possible situation. I would keep
That was going to be my next
because my ultimate pick would be Brian Flores. But I don't think that's going to happen because now you're talking Brian Flores and he's DC. Jim Schwartz is a DC. And it could rock, but if Jim Schwartz interviews for the job and doesn't get it, I can't see him being like, well, I'll stay on and be the DC for your next head coach. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't think that will happen, but I would like to see Brian Flores bring in Brian Callahan, bring him back. I like Stump Mitchell, truth be told, the running back coach. I like him that we had before. And then keep the OC we got right now. Keep him. And let's see what we got to do.
Well, that's the other thing is I do, my next choice would be Schwartz. I kind of think he can hold the team together, and definitely on the defensive side, he does brilliant on that side, except for them cats jumping in the end zone backwards and getting flagged.
Hey man, look,
that's a whole discipline
I'm not
thing
even
right there.
mad at it. I wish they would have had another return and they would have did it. I wish they would have because man, look, when Marshawn Lynch did it, the NFL was mad because that year when he did that, they had one of the worst records. Like they were like one of the last teams to slide into the Super Bowl, and they beat the favorite New Orleans Saints when he did that. So I'm like, you know what, man? I'm not even mad at that. I don't care that they got those penalties. I love seeing it. I was cracking up when the second dude did it.
Well, it just showed the discipline of his team. That's why where your head coach has got to be respected. Because if you sat and watched Detroit play, they were playing like they, there wasn't a tomorrow for them, but they were playing as if it was the third game of the playoffs. And, they respect that coach. They respect that franchise. That's who you got to get in here. And even if it is the young guy or the guy you was talking about, the running backs coach, even if it is him, it's got to be someone they can respect. And it's got to be someone that has them, can just say, okay, you two go run the team. I'm going to go over here and get this punk ass stadium built. That's what needs to happen.
Well, I somebody just posted in TikTok. They said Kubiak out of Seattle, the offensive coordinator. I like Kubiak. Obviously, I'm a Seattle fan as well as a Browns fan. I like Kubiak. However, I think him and Kevin Stefanski are the same people. I just think he's a little bit better at play calling than. I don't know if I'm ready to put my team, who just had a bunch of turmoil, in a new head coach's hands. It needs to be somebody who's already done this.
And it's got to be somebody that Schwartz has got to respect, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
I'll tell you one person I was really surprised is not going for a head coaching position, and he deserves one, is Steve Spagnuolo, from the defensive coordinator from the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's solid as all get out. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but it must be nice up there in KC. Yeah, it must be real nice up in KC because he ain't looking for another job.
He ain't been trying to look for nothing. So I'm really surprised by that one, because I thought he would have been one of the ones they would have jumped out there and said, this man deserves another shot. So or maybe he just don't want the pressures of being a head coach. I don't know.
That's the other thing. It's some pressure up there at the top. It's some true pressure.
Most definitely. All right, so you watched the game, obviously. What's your recap on it? What you think?
Shedeur had trouble. He had some trouble. Some of those rookie things, holding the ball low. Not a big fan of that. Keep the ball up high, because then even if they swat at you, if they swat at you, it's going to hit you in the face, and possibly you can get that call right there.
Right.
And it's much easier to reach down low than it is up high for the ball. Trying to squeeze too many passes in. But it just, I've said this on the shows before, you got a young quarterback, you got to let him manifest. Remember what we said about the cat that's at Chicago? They were ready to throw his ass into the lake.
I've been arguing that one for the longest time. I've been arguing that one.
Yeah. So you gotta, first of all, the foundation here is only the defense. It's got to become a full fold foundation. You got to have your special teams and your offense along with your defense. Yep. And you got to let that stuff, it's got to manifest. It's got to cultivate together. It can't be this one-sided. Now, as far as the rest of the game yesterday, he still shows some light, Shedeur. And we got to give him a chance. We got to evaluate that possibility. That was about to
be my question to you. I was just about to say, do you think does he get to start camp as the starter?
I feel you have to.
Okay.
I feel you have to. It's that, because we see the potential. We see it.
Yeah.
We just got to pull it. We got to pull it out. We just got to pull it out, and that's why you need somebody to get that pull out. Like the middle linebacker, who's the defensive rookie of the year, supposed to be.
Washington.
I know. Yeah.
Yep.
Schwartz pulled out of him any doubt that he might have. He pulled it out. And that's what a great
Yeah.
coach does. He pulls
Exactly.
you out of your doubts.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do. You got to get somebody in there that can pull him from his doubts. And they in the earlier the season they did play with him, I think. And I think that was wrong. That part of Stefanski was wrong. Like even if he was told to play with him, no, this is my team.
Right.
No, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna play this cat Gabriel, and then Gabriel wasn't doing that good. Stop playing with the dude. We got to do something on the field.
Face. You was playing in everybody's face with that.
Right. And now that we got Deshaun coming back,
I don't know why
it just looked like a big joke.
Listen, I wanted Deshaun Watson. When I heard that move was happening, I wanted Deshaun Watson. But when it don't take much, man. I coached for years. You know what I'm saying? Played for years. My thing is that I don't need nobody to tell me what it's look like. Oh, he's this or he's that. It was terrible. And it wasn't even so much about the play calling. I was watching his mechanics. I was watching the fact that he couldn't even throw the ball like 20 yards with steam on it. Like there was a lot going on with Deshaun that just completely fell apart that I wasn't happy with. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, it's time to get rid of him. Now with Shedeur. So recapping the Bengals game. I am a Shedeur supporter. However, I was heated the way he played in that first quarter. He played sloppy, he played reckless, and he played scared. And I don't blame him because I saw the center just get pushed over like he was nothing. I saw Cam Robinson not touch nobody. Multiple plays. I saw Leviston get blew up. So I'm sitting here like, I can't blame him for being scared. There were times where he would drop back, hurry up and tuck the ball and run because he's terrified. He knows he ain't got no protection back there. So he like, shit, I got to try to make something happen. And so I was just like, I'm not feeling this. Now, one thing I will say that I liked and nobody is talking about, the Browns are down 18-17. He engineered a 64-yard drive to set up the walk-off, go-ahead field goal to win the game. Nobody wants to give him credit for that. And that made his third game that he won. So my thing is that's what you need your quarterback to do, move you down the field. If you watch the last night game with the Ravens and the Steelers, Lamar Jackson sent this team down there. He put them in position, and that kicker missed that ball on them.
Right.
So he did the same exact thing that you ask a quarterback to do, and nobody wants to talk about it. Yet on ESPN, everybody's singing Lamar Jackson's praise, for what he did, but ain't nobody singing Shedeur's praises for doing the same exact thing and winning the game.
Well, that goes to that not for long. That struggle in the first quarter was like, damn, here we go again. Not looking at the next drives on and on and on.
Right.
He has a short leash. For some reason, he's got a very short leash. And we can call it unfair and we can call it this and that, but it is what it is. He got a short leash. And he was able to develop knowing that he's got a short leash. So this is my point. We got to give him the opportunity. We have to. And we got to see if we can get that out of him, just like Chicago did with Caleb.
Caleb Williams.
Just like Steve Young did back in the day.
Right.
You got to see. You got to see it. You got to let it come into something and then make a decision.
Right. So I got somebody saying they think we should take Carnell Tate with our first pick. I like Carnell Tate, but I don't think he's going to be around. That's just me. No. I don't think he's going to be around for our pick. I think we're down to 7 now.
Okay. No, he's not going to be there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be around.
I talked today, and it's unsexy, and no one get offended at this, but we do better with the ugly than we do with the sexy. And I think at that pick at 7, we get the top O-line guy, offensive line guy. That's where I'm at, especially if those top 3 receivers aren't there.
Right.
I know that you want the sexy, and it's hard to go from the sexy. It is very hard. But this team needs to solidify the O-line because Judkins comes back, and he's going to be explosive. Hopefully, yes. I'm just gonna say he is. Sampson runs his tail off, and that other dude was running his tail off towards the end. I can't think of his name. I'm so sorry.
Rocket Sanders.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So you need an O-lineman right then in there to solidify the non-sexy of this team. Because once you get the ugly out, woo, it's beautiful after that. It can be beautiful. I know Judy let us down with the misses and this, that, the other, and we don't know if Njoku's coming back. But there's Fanning.
I don't think he's coming back.
I think he's done. That's fine.
I think his feelings got hurt. That Fanning was showing out better than him. I think his feelings got hurt. That's why he's been sitting out. Because there's never really been no explanation to what happened to his knee. He didn't tear anything. He didn't break anything. So what, he got knee soreness? So I think he kind of like feeling some type of way. And he is like, I'm going to save myself for the next team I'm playing for.
Well, it's possible. And, he's given us a lot. So sadly, that might be his right to say that.
Exactly. All right. So let's talk about the next topic. Myles finally got the record. Myles got the 23 sacks. However, Michael Strahan kind of shaded him, man, when he was talking about it. I ain't like that. Did you hear what he said?
I didn't hear. I got a short glimpse of it, but it bothered me too. But records, to put it simple, records are meant to be broken, and everyone knew he was going to get it. I mean, he didn't get it with Pittsburgh. He got it. I mean, with Cincy. So, what? Go ahead and clue me in. What did he say? So
all right. First off, you got a lot of people hating on the way he got his sack because they're talking about it was like a Brett Favre, Michael Strahan situation. They said that he gave up himself. But he said, I got my 22 in 16 games. It took him 18. I think that was kind of shitty because it ain't his fault that it's 18 games now.
It is not. Right. It is not his fault that it's 18.
Yeah.
But 23 is 23. However you look at it, it's still 23. And, I think Michael should have waited a little bit and maybe said that off air, or even came up to Myles and be like, hey, look, you got yours in 18. I got mine, at 16. I'm not a big fan of this shade on each other.
Yeah,
at this point,
and he did it like he did it, but then tried to like talk it up. Like he tried to play it off like he was joking, but people didn't take it that way. Now, according to everybody on TikTok that's responding, they're saying that Myles did it in 100 less snaps than it took Strahan to get his. So if Myles wanted to throw shade back, he could throw that out there and be like, but you needed 100 more snaps to do it.
But all these cats, I don't know. Sometimes those talking heads on the TV, they just there, and that's what they are, just talking heads. I don't really listen to none of them until Adam Scheffler and Paul Feinbaum get on there. Tell you the truth, all the other ones are just us, basically. With a fat ass contract. That's all they are.
That's it.
Clark has his thing, but that's what they are, and that's what they meant to be. And look at the shade, this, that, the other, whatever. 23. Here we go.
Exactly. All right, so we know that today is Black Monday, man. A lot of coaches is already getting fired. They didn't even wait to fire Raheem Morris. They was like, you ain't even got to. They was like, just pack up your office now and just get the hell out. And that was after they won, man. They was like, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah. I was looking at it was at a club and I looked and seen Adam Scheffler on there. I was like, he don't normally be here at 7:30 in the morning. I was like, it must be. Then it was like breaking news, boom. He just went off on him. It's Black Friday. Well, I mean, Black Monday. Friday. I mean, they and not for long. Remember, not for long. They don't wait till Friday. They don't let you get a weekend.
They got to get going. They got to get their person in and get ready. Yep. But Raheem Morris didn't even get a chance to soak in the win. Like, yeah, we won. I get it. Like, I can leave. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If I lose my job, they was like, man, get your shit and go. You and the GM, y'all both can go. They fired them right after the game.
Both, right after the game.
But Pete Carroll, watching Pete Carroll, obviously I like Pete Carroll because he coached Seattle, but he wasn't a long-term answer. And he obviously 73 years old. You ain't relating to these young 20 and 30-year-old guys, man. It's just not there for you no more.
No.
And then you had and then you had he had Chip Kelly as his offensive coordinator, didn't he? I think
that is where go there.
I think that is where because I remember Ashton Genty calling Chip Kelly out, but I thought that they got rid of him at some point in time. So
maybe they did.
I don't know. But yeah, man, they got rid of Pete Carroll. They got rid
of
Arizona's coach Gannon. They got rid of him. Yep. Who else? It was one more coach. More coach.
Tennessee.
We already know Tennessee and Brian Dable were gone. So New York and Tennessee was already gone. I wonder what they're gonna do with Mike McCarthy. Not Mike McCarthy. Oh Lord, what's Miami?
Miami. The drug dealer.
I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Because they already said Tua gone. So you know.
He gone. They're gonna wait till Friday.
They said Myles did his 23 sacks with 437 snaps to Michael Strahan's 616.
Right. So therefore, Michael Strahan is just talking.
Just talking.
He's just talking to get something, just get some morale, so to get some airtime.
Maybe he should shut up because
maybe he should shut up. Exactly.
People will pull them receipts, and that's exactly what happened. People will pull them receipts.
Dude, wait a minute. That's over 200 snaps.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of snaps.
So who else do we think will be on the chopping block as far as coaches go?
I think that's it.
You think so?
That's it.
Are they gonna give Aaron Glenn another shot in New York? Because he had one of the worst. He's supposed to be a defensive guru, and he had one of the worst seasons and worst defenses ever.
I think Woody gives him another shot.
Okay.
I think he gives another shot because the way, they had Fields who was struggling. It really wasn't up to him. And that defense ran around the field. They did run around the field. They just had to run around too much. They tried. And he comes from that Detroit, feeling. And I think they give him another shot. He stays. He stays. I think. I'll be surprised if he goes.
Yeah, I would be surprised too, but they keep on highlighting him on ESPN and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I did just see
1 year, right?
Breaking news that said Kevin Stefanski will be interviewing with the Atlanta Falcons this week.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So Kevin Stefanski will be interviewing with the Atlanta Falcons this week. So
Right.
That's
All right.
interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, man. So week 18 in the NFL. I don't really think we need to recap a lot of the games that took place because I mean the Steelers and the Ravens game was lovely. I loved watching that, and obviously I got a player of mine. One of my former players is the kickoff returner and the backup running back for the Baltimore Ravens. So I was mad he didn't get his first chance in the playoffs. But I do got another player of mine who plays for the Chicago Bears. He just caught a touchdown pass this weekend, and they're going to the playoffs, so I'm happy about that. But a lot of teams was resting players. A lot of guys was banging out. However, that Seattle and San Francisco game that took place on Saturday showed that my boys is prime for the playoffs, and the Super Bowl comes through 12 Nation. Comes through 12.
And San Fran is not an easy team.
It isn't.
Not at all.
Not the way Christian McCaffrey been doing people.
No, but congratulations to Sam Darnold. I mean, he's been tossed around this league several times, but his mental seems really, really strong, and I'm actually proud of him. He could have easily cashed it in, took his guaranteed money and left, but
he could have.
He's a fighter, and
he was determined.
And that's the issue. When you see that fight at your quarterback position, it just makes you want to fight.
Yeah.
Not give up. It makes you want to get open. Makes you want to sustain the blocks longer. It makes you want to listen better. It makes you want to show up 30 minutes before the team meeting. It trickles down like that. When you see that cat who's been bounced around the league, been talked about like a dog. I mean, they said he was jack garbage, but yet he stayed with it, and you see what happens with him now.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep using the word manifest, but that's what has to happen. He definitely endured all that pain. And what my man 50 said, if pleasure wouldn't feel as good if it wasn't for pain. That's exactly where
that is facts.
He is pleasurable right now. He is pleasurable. I'm not even a Seahawks fan. I like watching. I'm like, okay, look at him drop back. Ooh, look at his elbow up high. You know what I'm saying? He got the ball up high. He's going through his progression. Look at the cat slipped. Let me step up into the pocket. Boom.
Let me run.
Let me run. Yes, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
Right. But he's just proving what needs to happen from a team.
Very true.
That's what he's proving.
Yes, sir. So, playoff wise, any type of any game you looking forward to watching?
I am looking forward. I don't understand Baltimore. They have all these weapons, and yet they just seem to slip. But I'm looking forward to the Pittsburgh and the Texans.
That's going to be a defensive fight.
Right, but if you think about it, those are our Watson's picks still that are on the Texans.
Yeah.
So that's the one I'm really interested in watching. That round there. That round there, definitely.
I'll tell you. Okay, so here's the bracket right now. We got the Steelers playing the Texans, the Jaguars playing the Bills, the Patriots playing the Chargers. There's going to be an upset in there. And I think the Jaguars are going to upset the Bills. They are playing out of their mind right now. And I just got this weird feeling that they're going to outplay. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jacksonville's the 3 seed. That means they got home field advantage, right? Because they won their conference or their division.
Yep. Division.
So that means Buffalo got to go there to them. I got a strange feeling that people sleeping on Jacksonville. Jacksonville's super tough right now.
Well, they're super tough. One, their offensive line is killing it. And they
Yes.
got this quarterback who's 6'4", who has manifested. That's my word of the day.
That's
Is
the word of the
manifestation. That's my word of the day. And he looks all that plus.
Yeah.
Now, and their defense is something to be reckoned with. And if Buffalo doesn't put their chin strap on, they ain't coming back to that stadium. They ain't coming back. And anything in Florida, the fans are going to be, oh my God, it's going to be so loud there too.
Yes, it's going to
Really
be
loud.
crazy. I don't know. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think is going to be the upset game this weekend? I'm taking, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say this. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles to upset the San Francisco 49ers. That is who I'm taking. That's my pick. I'm taking.
Ooh, that's a tough one, dog.
I know. I know. But I want that because the way that worked, I'm hoping. Okay, so if Philadelphia beats the 49ers and the Bears beat the Packers, that's the Eagles versus the Bears. Now, I'm hoping that the Panthers pull off a lucky one like they did against the Rams the last time and knock them off, and then they got to come see Seattle. I don't want to see the Rams in Seattle again because that's the only team that scares me against Seattle. That last game that they played went into overtime and was a crazy ass finish. So that's the only team that scares me right now is the Rams. But if the Panthers can upset the Rams, I think it's a cakewalk for the Seahawks to get to the Super Bowl.
I don't believe in that word cakewalk, but it's a way.
An easier path.
Yes, it's an easier path for them. Which, and therefore that word easy is a tough one too, because this shit ain't easy.
Exactly.
I mean, you talking right now, you really, in the regular season, yeah, you get your little check, not little, but you get your check. Now you get that bonus. Each game is a bonus. Now we talking real. We talking, I don't want my cleats this long. If we on grass, I want my cleats like this, sir. Can I get them? Yes. We talking get to the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage with 21 seconds so this quarterback can call the audibles and this, that, the other. We good, we good. Yeah, we said hut. Let's go. It's real now. This is real.
Most definitely.
This is real.
Most definitely.
It's kind of like for us footballitarians to really get into what's going on all the tiers of football. All of them, from the fans, from the weather, from the climate, from this such and such was out last night, from the discipline, from everything, right? From that camera being in your face. How do you respond from that?
Exactly.
That's what this time is about.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. So,
and I'll be there watching.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I'm going to be watching all of these games. I already know. I already know I'm going to catch some hell on that Buffalo one.
That's a tough one for me to even.
I already know I'm going to catch hell on that Buffalo one.
I'm a big fan of Josh.
I like Josh Allen too. I just don't think they're going to pull this one out.
But yeah, they are playing, man. That's a scary team.
Yeah,
it's a scary team, man. That's
them and Houston. Houston is scary too right now.
Houston real scary.
Yes,
they real scary. I mess around. They might. I ain't gonna predict. I ain't gonna make my prediction yet.
I said a couple weeks ago, or actually a couple days ago, I said that defense is the closest thing I've seen to the Ravens defense that went to the Super Bowl.
That's exactly right. Where you can tell your quarterback, just go out here, don't lose the game for us. We'll win it. Don't worry about it. Don't lose the game. Manage that. Don't lose it.
Exactly.
We'll handle everything else.
Yep.
Everything else.
I agree completely. All right, so there's talks about Lamar Jackson being finished in B more. What do you think about this? Do you think that it's legit? Is it him or Harbaugh that will be done?
It'll be Jim before it's Lamar.
Really?
I feel. Yes. Yeah.
I think
I don't. You put him out on the market right now. I mean, there's going to be several suitors, and
most definitely.
I think they have some in-house problems that they gotta mash out quickly, and that's what they need to do. And I think they got all the weapons in the world. I don't, on offense and defense. It's just there's a disconnect in there. And that's why I said it's going to be the coach before it's Lamar.
If it's Jim Harbaugh, would you bring him to Cleveland? Is this John Harbaugh or Jim? This is John, right?
This is John. Jim is what's his
John.
name?
Yeah, this is John.
John, my fault. Why the hell not?
Why the hell not? I would bring him to the division.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying why the hell not?
Right.
That's why not? Why he's respected. He's knows it. I mean, as a Baltimore, I wouldn't want him interviewing in Cleveland. But then again, I just let him go.
Yeah.
I let him go.
I don't know. So, I would definitely bring Harbaugh in if he's available. I would take him over everybody. He would be my number one.
Okay. That's agreeable.
If he's available, I would bring him in.
But I don't see them getting rid of him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just yet.
It's a lot of speculation going on about that.
Yeah. Well, the other coach we didn't talk about was Zach Taylor down there in Cincy.
They said he good. They said they keeping him.
I know. Yeah, I know. But he looked a little suspect. He had his issues, but he looked a little suspect down there.
I mean, if we're gonna be truthful, all AFC North coaches this year look suspect.
This is correct.
Zach Taylor, Mike Tomlin, Harbaugh, and Stefanski.
They did. They all look suspect, and it's really sad because if you got let go of them all, we definitely know two of them gonna have jobs within the hour. You let go of Tomlin and you let go of Harbaugh, they will have a job within the hour. The other two is gonna take 2 weeks. Them two, but that's not Pittsburgh's MO. That's not.
They choose not to get rid of coaches, even though he is the longest tenured coach, though.
He is the longest tenured, but I don't see it happening at all.
Yeah, I feel it. All right, man. So we did all our sports talk. It's time for us to get into some real world stuff, and we only got like 7 minutes, so we're just gonna do a crash course on this one. So our president has decided to take over Venezuela. And not only did he constitutionally break every rule you could possibly think of, and now you're going into another country where they still have a vice president, and you saying, no, we're going to run it. She's not in charge. We're in charge. Do you not realize you're setting us up for something terrible?
Again, we've been through the Iraq, the Iran. We've been through the terrible. Exactly. And here we go again through it. And, the law of the land, there is no law of the land anymore. There ain't nobody paying attention to the Constitution because this is definitely an impeachable act he's doing. And not only that it's
we got these files out here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got that part. But it's so impeachable that they don't know what to do with it. Now, how is all this possible? Well, I know the one reason is the complexion is the exception. We just gonna keep that real. It's just as butter as that. Because
Okay.
if this was anyone else, he would have been hung on Martin Luther King Day. I'm just gonna say that for real.
Yep.
And I don't understand how they can just keep letting this on and on and on and on, and it's all a bunch of bull crap. Oh, we're gonna get our oil cheaper. We're gonna have these oil companies come in here, and then who's gonna pay for those? Oh, they're gonna pay for it, but then they're gonna get subsidized. When you say subsidized, that means the American taxpayer. That's subsidized.
Exactly.
Now, we can't freaking fund the whole state of Mississippi, but yet here we are jumping in a goddamn another country to do their infrastructure without a plan. That's the other thing that's driving me nuts.
But not only just
It's without a plan.
You did this without the okay from the UN. You did this without the okay of the Congress.
Everybody.
You did everything that you know you're not supposed to do, and you were like, stop me. And they're scared to stop him.
Scared to even say something.
I would have dropped the files and put everything out there. Let everybody see what he's really about. Everybody that's associated with him needs to go down as well.
Go down, all of them.
And now you can move forward.
Right. Now we supposed to be invading Cuba. Lindsey Graham up there talking about we going into Cuba. We going into Mexico. We gonna try and get Greenland again. They owe us.
Talking about Nigeria.
And all.
So look, this is the Hitler playbook, though. So what's going to have to happen is all of these BRICS nations that have developed, they're going to come in here and say, we're about to save y'all, because what's going over there, he's doing the same exact thing that Hitler was doing.
Same thing. It's the same playbook. He's working out two playbooks.
Yep.
And the other one is this country is and so therefore the words that are said here are really bullshit, because he's not doing none of them. It's supposed to be a constitution. Congress is supposed to say, okay, you can go to war. He's just doing it.
He just doing it,
and without a plan.
Like I don't know if you've seen the show the last couple of weeks. I say off the bat, if these people are not being held accountable, there shouldn't be no laws in our country right now. The Supreme Court is a joke. They're corrupt as hell. So therefore, it shouldn't be no laws in our country, because if these people ain't got to follow laws, why do we got to follow laws?
Oh yeah, that April 15th thing.
They not being held accountable just because they lie about something.
Just because they lie about it. And they say it so many times, they start to believe it. And we're sitting here like, no, this ain't right. Ain't right. We're not supposed to go into these foreign lands and we're taking over.
Exactly.
What's the plan? Well, we're gonna have a plan. We're gonna have a concept of, how about a concept of healthcare? This ACA is done.
Right.
What about that? Where's that concept? We ain't got none of that.
Confident Lady says, I'm terrified to see how our country is going to look at the end of his term. Listen, Confident Lady, watch what happens. Right now, what he is doing, he understands what Maduro did in Venezuela. He didn't okay or certify their election. That's why he held it hostage. That is what Trump is about to do. 2026, the Congress can flip and they're going to hold him accountable. He's going to start a major war around September, October to prevent the election from happening. You heard it here first. That's what's going to happen next.
That's what's going to happen. And that is so true. And but the whole thing is we still have to try and get out here and vote, though. Yeah, we have to do that.
We got
Even though we see this, what you just said, It's going to happen. It is going to happen. We still got to get out there
You got to
and
get
we got
out
to
here.
vote because we got to right this ship.
Yes.
We got to right this ship. And it's really sad that they just doing this on a whim. And I didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, you're bombing people. How you getting a Peace Prize and you bombing folks?
So
where's the diplomacy?
Rumor why he decided to bomb them. Did you hear this? This I heard this from the Midas Touch, and they're pretty credible on TikTok.
Yeah.
They said the reason why he decided to bomb them is because what did it say? It said that he was ready to bomb them because he saw a video of Maduro dancing and celebrating, and he thought that he was making fun of him, and he got offended by that, and he told him to go ahead and bomb him.
See,
like, that's crazy.
What type of leader is that?
I have no idea.
I never thought he would be a leader. I know he shouldn't have been a leader. And screw you, people who voted for his punk ass. That means you a punk ass too. But there's no way that this cat should have been there in the first place again and again. And but this is what you get. When you put people in charge that live in fear, this is what you get.
Very true.
This is what you get. And there's no plan in sight for he can care less. In 2 years from now, the casket may be closing on him. I don't know. You never know the day.
Dude don't even like America, man. He hates America.
Exactly.
And people don't people are so blinded by the fact that they think that he likes it. And he just keeps screwing them out of everything. And people don't even want to realize it.
But the time is gonna come where his last days, yada yada, is gonna come, and y'all gonna be trying to pursue prosecution. No, that casket's gonna close. That he is definitely the kid, and all you punk monks know this kid we grew up in the playground that had all the good stuff. He had the nice bat, he had a nice glove, he had a nice ball, he had everything. And when he didn't get picked, he took his ball and went his punk ass home. That's the same guy. He's doing that right now. Because when you try and correct it, I take my ball, I am done. I am done. And to you hypocrites out there who think he's some kind of Christian, you kiss my natural black ass because he's not. That's truthful. That is the truth. And y'all know it. And y'all just following along. Why y'all following along? Why? Prove me wrong. That's my take of the night right there. Manifestation of your quarterback in that. Why?
So is that okay? So is that your getting it off your chest?
I do believe I got it off my chest.
Okay.
Because we're tired. I'm tired of it. How am I out here stopping at stop signs? I'm stopping at stop signs, paying all my taxes. Good Lord. I'm out here walking the straight and narrow. Why? Because that's the way I was taught. But if everybody ain't doing it, shit, dog, I'm in my 50s. I might as well start shooting up steroids and then go out to the combine right now. See what happens, huh?
Hey, we don't want you to do that, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Right, let me see. So AG just went on his. So let me see. Here's my getting it off my chest. Mine is gonna be sports related because we already know we living in fuckery with this whole administration and stuff. So I'm gonna keep it sports related. My getting it off my chest, and I have a problem with is, as I addressed earlier, I don't like the fact of this fraternity that you spoke of for coaches. There still seems to be a discrepancy amongst black coaches and white coaches in the NFL. And the problem is like there's 32 teams in the NFL, and if I'm not mistaken, there's only 3 black coaches. It might be 4 or 5. I'm not gonna say no more than 5. The problem that I have is a black coach can get a head coaching job. He might get 1 year, maybe 2 years at a max. But a coach like Kevin Stefanski got 6 seasons. And people are still throwing his name out there to be a head coach for another person. And it's really bothersome to me because the NFL is predominantly black. It's 75% black as far as athletics go, but it's like 80% white when it comes to the coaches and the front office. That is a problem to me. And I think it's something that needs to be addressed and needs to continue to be called out because I just saw on, I think it might have been First Take, they were going off about this and stuff. And it's just tiring. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always tiring that we gotta beg, we gotta scrape, we gotta crawl, we gotta fight for opportunities. When my track record shows I'm just as good as him, if not better. And it's only that one thing that makes me get through the door or makes me not get through the door. That is problemsome to me. And that is something that I feel it needs to continue to be addressed. Yes, the NFL took a stance during the George Floyd thing and they put in racism in the back of the end zone. But the moment that Donald Trump got in the office, they removed in racism off the back of the end zone. Right. And they continue to keep dealing with this BS, man. Like people won't get opportunities because of this. And you know what I'm saying? It's just real frustrating, man, that we got a league that's predominantly carried by black athletes. And because they hold that money over the black athletes, that stops them from standing up for anything. So to me, it's just a problem, man, because out of 32 teams, you're gonna tell me we can't split that down the board half and half. Like it ain't even gotta be half and half. We could do 60 and 40, 70 and 30. Shit, like, but that 90 to 95 to 5% stuff, that just ain't working no more, man. And it isn't. Mm-hmm. There's tons of great black coaches out here. Meanwhile, you got Lane Kiffin done been at 5-6 different universities. Chip Kelly done been around. Brian Kelly done been around. Urban Meyer done been around. All of these coaches are all over the place. Why can't it be the same playing field, man?
Dog, that problem has been plagued. That problem has plagued this country from the get. Right.
Exactly.
There.
Exactly.
Where your leash is super small. We can say the factory worker, the one factory worker gets to talk all this stuff, show up late, this, that, the other, and then this cat show up to break. He come back from break 2 minutes late. We want to fire him. Why is our leash? What you're saying is why is our leash so short?
Yes.
When we don't live in fear, we're the greatest asset to this country, if you ask me. And we're only 13% of it.
Yeah. I don't believe that number, but I do get what you're saying. I don't believe that number, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, well, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're this country's greatest asset. I mean, they killed the Indians and they tried to kill us, but yet we're still here contributing, consistently contributing. But why, when I walk down, my big ass walk down Chagrin Falls, why I hear click, 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 click? Why?
Right.
And if you get to know me, you know I ain't nothing like that.
Right.
I'm gonna jump in front of the train for you type, maybe not the train, but you know what I'm saying? I'm the fair guy, but this country hasn't given us the short leash and barely the chance to excel. And it's tiring, America. It's very tiring. It's stressful. And
I just saw somebody just posted, we had more people fighting for Shedeur to start than Colin Kaepernick kneeling. And that is actually factual. That is factual.
Right there. Yeah. That's real right there.
We're going to end it on that one. We're going to end it on that one. All right, y'all. Well, this brings us to the end of our show. Once again, I'm your host, Doss. I am here with my man, AG. He sat in for Coach Shot. AG is a regular. He pops in whenever, you know what I'm saying, we need him to stop in. Go ahead and plug your gym, man, your workout, your professional training.
You can meet me, my personal trainer, y'all. I'm at Elite. I'm at AG Elite PF.05 at Gmail, and we can get something going here.
Oh, yeah. So, once again, let's get to the Facts podcast. It's sponsored by No More Struggling Entertainment, the original Bonuts, and OPM Clothing Line. With that being said, this brings us to the end of our show. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday. Every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. We do it all. We'll see y'all next week. All right, y'all.
Peace. Yep.
Good looking out, AG. I appreciate it, man.